adaptations in plants. So children, in the previous class already we have learned terrestrial plants. Terrestrial plants means what? The plants that grow on land. So we have learned in the previous class. So let me continue the lesson today. So let us learn aquatic plants. So aquatic means what, children? Aquatic means water plants. Aquatic plants means the plants that grow in water. Aquatic means plants that grow in water. So let us learn about these water plants. There are three types of water plants, that is floating plants, fixed plants and submerged plants, submerged or underwater plants. So let us start with the first one, that is floating plants, children. So these plants are light and spongy. You can see the example plant I have drawn here, that is water hyacinth. So these plants are light and spongy, so they can float on the water. So they can float on the water. These plants can float freely on the surface of the water as they do not have roots. The stems are reduced and roots are developed very poorly, so they float on the surface of the water. Okay, children, they also move with the flow of water. So these plants protect the aquatic animals from strong sun's rays. Okay, these plants protect the aquatic animals from strong sun's rays. Okay, and then because they are light and spongy, so they can freely move on the surface of the water. This is one type of plant. So, some more examples are of floating plants are duckweed, pistia, and small algae. So these are examples of floating plants. And the next one is fixed plants. Next type of plant is fixed plants. So you can see the picture here. So that is lotus and water lily are examples of fixed plants, children. So these plants are they are fixed to the pond. They are fixed to the bed of the pond, and their stems are long. You can see here the stems are, they have long stems which are hollow and light. And they have generally they have leaves, very broad leaves, flat leaves. You can see here. So these leaves are coated with a thin waxy coating that is coated. White means because it prevents from rotting, and also it prevents the leaf from getting wet and it may block the stomata. That's why there is a thin waxy coating on the upper surface of the leaf, and the stomata are present on the upper surface of the leaf. Usually we have seen in land plants the stomata are present on the lower surface of the leaf, whereas in water plants, different fixed plants, so the stomata are present on the upper surface of the leaf to breathe. Okay, children. So these plants are fixed to the bed of the ponds. Okay, water lily and lotus are examples of fixed plants. And the next one is submerged plants or underwater plants. You can see here. So example I have just drawn here, that is hydrilla and tape grass. So children, some plants grow below the water surface. Some plants grow below the water surface, and they do not have stomata at all. So these leaves do not have stomata at all. They breathe through their body surface. And also, children, they absorb the carbon dioxide that gets dissolved in the water. They absorb carbon dioxide and give out oxygen for the aquatic animals in the water. Okay, so we can use these type of plants in aquarium. Usually you have seen, maybe you are having aquarium, you can just see the underwater plants. You can see these type of plants we can use in aquariums. Okay, so these are the examples, that is hydrilla and tape grass are the examples of underwater plants. So these are the three types of plants, that is floating plants, fixed plants and submerged plants or underwater plants. Okay, children. So the narrow leaves do not have stomata at all. They breathe through their body surface. Okay, that we have to remember. And they absorb the dissolved carbon dioxide from the water for photosynthesis and give out oxygen for the aquatic animals. Okay, children. And the next is plants of the grass family. So grasses hold the soil and protect it from being washed away. Okay, grasses hold the soil and protect it from being washed away. Cereal plants belong to the grass family. Cereal plants belong to the grass family. And the children, cereal plants, so we use the cereal plants for our daily food. We use this in our daily food. So how it is used? Cereal plants are separated from the plants and grounded into flour for making bread and chapati, and rice is cooked as whole and eaten. So you can see the cereal plants, a few examples they have shown, pictures they have shown here, that is wheat, rice, maize, and as children, bamboo plants are used for making brooms, baskets, chair, mats, huts, etc. So these all are, they belong to the grass family, and also they provide food for humans and animals. They provide food for humans and animals. Okay. Next is some unusual plants. So let us learn this in the next class children, about unusual plants, about insectivorous plants. What are they? How they adapt themselves to the surroundings? How they can live in the surroundings? We'll learn in the next class. Okay children, see you in the next class. Thank you.